Why you should be terrified of North Korea's princess. North Korea is known for cultivating a personality cult around its leader, and Kim Jong-un is no exception. But we are not here to talk about Kim Jong-un, but about someone who is following in his footsteps, or maybe moving ahead. Let's know more. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how Kim Jong-un vanished and was ruled over by his own sister, the princess, or should we say, the queen. During Kim Jong-un's time as North Korea's supreme leader gave numerous public addresses threatening nuclear war, and military parades were a regular part of his daily routine. But in April 2020, Kim Jong-un vanished from the public view. Where is North Korean leader Kim Jong-un? By analyzing satellite images, North Korean state-run media, military parades, and tracking flights in and out of the country, intelligence analysts were able to determine that Kim Jong-un was indeed in hiding. This got analysts wondering if the most dangerous leader in the East was ill or even dead until a woman named yo-jong appeared in his footsteps to watch over the throne. Yo-jong, Kim Jong-un's sister, is very well educated, involved in politics, and took over many of Kim's duties while he was not there. But don't be fooled by her small frame and sweet smile. If she takes her brother's place as the supreme leader of North Korea, she will most likely be way more ruthless than her brother ever was, if her past is any indication of this. So if Kim Jong-un dies, you should probably learn a little about North Korea's future face. The last 3 supreme leaders of North Korea were men, so why her? To understand this, we must look at the Kim dynasty. Kim Jong-un has at least 4 brothers and sisters, but the majority of them aren't exactly great candidates for taking over the country. There's Kim Jong-nam, his oldest half-brother, who was first in line to take over the country until he was caught attempting to enter Tokyo Disneyland with a fake passport, for which he was exiled by his father and later assassinated by his brother's orders in 2017. It's like being a godfather in real life. Then there's Kim Sol-sung, his older half-sister, who was very active in politics and was said to be her father's favorite. But because it wasn't a good time for women in North Korea when her father died, she was overlooked because of her gender. The next best option would be Kim Jong-chol, Kim Jong-un's other brother, except he's more interested in guitars, Eric Clapton, and becoming the norm. Because Kim Jong-un's children are still too young to take over, the only option is for him to die. The younger sister of Kim Jong-un, Kim yo-jong, was sent to a prestigious Swiss school to receive her first education. Depending on whether you ask the US territory or South Korea, Kim yo-jong is either 31 or 33 years old. When she was 9 years old, her father sent her and Kim Jong-un to school in Switzerland, where she enrolled under the fictitious name Pak Mei-hyung. Their mother was a concubine, not an official wife, so he sent them as a way to protect them from the North Korean elites, and of course, to protect his reputation as a moral and divine supreme leader. In North Korea, morality is very important. The 2 Kims, who live in Switzerland with their aunt and uncle, had their own private chef and bodyguards to look after them. When Kim yo-jong graduated from high school, she returned to Pyongyang and enrolled in the Kim Il-sung University, where she studied a special computer science course that earned her her degree in just 6 months. No one really knew or cared about who she was. She never appeared on television, and most people didn't even know she existed until much later. By 2007, she had joined the North Korean Workers' Party, where she worked under her aunt and learned how to manage North Korean politics. She is now a deputy director in the Korean Workers' Party's propaganda department, but she was first publicly seen and acknowledged in 2011 at her father's funeral. She made her first official appearance in 2014, and this innocent, kind-looking girl would soon become the most ruthless woman in North Korea after apprenticing with Kim Jong-un. When her brother fell ill a few months later, she quickly demonstrated that she was ready to move up the ranks in the regime, taking over some of his responsibilities. At the same time, she was also a deputy director at the propaganda and agitation departments, which is basically in charge of making the Kim family look like gods. She also oversaw all Kim Jong-un's event security, becoming as close to the supreme leader as one can get. What's more interesting is that many analysts believe she's the real brains behind the regime, and that her brother has only had to put a smile on and do as she says. Kim yo-jong may be the one pulling the strings behind the Hermit Kingdom, as she has been in the background of almost every public appearance her brother has made since 2014. In 2017, Kim yo-jong became the second woman to be promoted to North Korea's Politburo, the country's inner political circle. She also married the son of the nominal head of state, the man in charge of the army and the country's second most powerful man, according to intelligence. They have 2 children, the first born in 2015 and the second born in 2018. In 2018, she became the first North Korean politician to attend the South Korean Winter Olympics, becoming the first North Korean politician to do so since the Korean War. When she arrived, however, people immediately noticed something was wrong with her appearance. The Kim family is genetically fat, but she is extremely thin, pale, and always appears ill. Her complexion and behavior led South Korean doctors to believe she was on meth. It would be reasonable. North Korea produces and exports massive amounts of drugs like crystal meth to keep money flowing into their coffer, so her being addicted to it doesn't seem so far-fetched. She claims she looked sick because she was pregnant at the time, but her appearance hasn't changed. And if a sober dictator in North Korea is frightening, imagine what a dictator high on meth would be like. Back during her visit, Kim yo-jong made a big deal about fighting common ground with South Korea when she was there, but just a few years later, South Korean activists began sending massive amounts of anti-Kim propaganda across the border using balloons. She immediately issued a statement accusing South Korea's president of being insane for allowing them to do so, and she threatened to blow up the Inter-Korean Liaison Office, which was supposed to keep communications between the two sides open, and the building was blown up a day later. Apparently, when Kim yo-jong orders something, North Korea obeys. She's recently been speaking out more on her own, and she's becoming even more aggressive than her brother. Kim Jong-un resurfaces before she could take the throne, having lost a lot of weight, most likely not in a healthy way, and analysts believe that he's sick and may even be planning his death. Kim Jong-tim appears to be approaching, and the more we learn about her sister, the more it appears that she would rule with an iron fist. The fact that she is a woman, and the most of the military leaders over there are older than her, she has no choice but to be as ruthless as possible, at least until the stone is old enough for Kim Zengana to act as supreme leader, as many people believe, because she is young, Western educated, and a woman. She needs to improve her leadership skills. Her track record doesn't show us that she's even more brutal than Kim. She blows things up and destroys things. She even threatened Joe Biden, saying recently that if America wants to sleep in peace for the next 4 years, it should avoid causing a stink as his first step. So while Kim Jong-un appears to be fine for the time being, his failing health could mean that North Korea will soon have its first female supreme leader. Even if it appears to be a win for women, the idea of meth-addicted dictator in charge of the world's fourth largest military with chemical and biological weapons and an estimated 60+ nuclear weapons should give you pause. And that's all for today, guys. Enlighten us with your thoughts, share them with us in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon for more amazing videos. And thank you for watching.